You know, I still can't believe how a quiet Saturday morning with my coffee turned into this wild showdown that flipped my whole life upside down. Me, Alex, just chilling in my inherited lodge up in the Montana hills, thinking I had my little slice of peace, when this HOA queen bee named Karen storms in claiming she'd booked the place for her big bash with 100 guests, like it was her right or something. She marches up with that perfect bob haircut, thrusting this binder at me, all smug and entitled, barking about some dusty 1990 covenant that supposedly gives the community dibs on my private land for major events. I mean, come on, my lodge ain't no party venue. It's got one creaky bathroom and a view that's killer but hardly resort level. I try to stay cool. Point out the fine print says access may be requested, not demanded, and that my 3 acres aren't even on their map. But she's not hearing it. Just snaps, "We've got 100 RSVPs and $100 a head collected. Don't make me sue you, Alex," and hangs up before I can blink, leaving me staring at my phone like, what the hell just hit me? It all started a month back when I beefed up security around the place. Nothing crazy, just a sturdy gate that locks at 7 sharp each night, signs and all, after some burglaries hit nearby spots. Targeting gear like my freelance video editing setup worth 20 grand easy. I figured it was smart, protect what's mine without being a jerk. There's even an override for emergencies. But Karen? She didn't care about that. She saw my independence as a threat to her little empire, I guess, built on bullying folks into line with her association rules, twisting arms over petty stuff to keep her power trip going. That Friday, she calls out of the blue. No hello, just, "Alex Rivera, this is Karen Blackwell, Association President. Your lodge is ours tomorrow from noon to 10 for our neighborhood gala." I'm like, "Lady, this is my home, not Airbnb," but she bulldozes right over me. The covenant allows it for gatherings over 50, and we've raised 10 grand already. Back out and you'll regret it. Then click, gone. Headlights pull up minutes later, her shiny SUV with those family stickers screaming suburban boss lady, and she's at my door waving that laminated binder like a weapon, tapping her manicured nail on section 4.1c, community recreational rights. It's ironclad. I read it, and it's vague as hell. Could mean squat, especially since my grandpa's deed puts us outside their boundaries. But she waves it off. "Technicalities, Alex. I've got the money and the guests. Want that lawsuit breathing down your neck?" Thank God my neighbor Tom showed up then. He's this retired attorney down the road, sharp as a tack, and we've bonded over beers and bad HOA stories. He glances at her papers and chuckles, that deep, knowing laugh. "Ma'am, I've pulled the county records. This land's independent. No jurisdiction here." Karen's cheeks flush, but her eyes narrow like a fox spotting prey, and she hisses, "We'll see about that," before peeling out in a huff. Tom turns to me, serious now. "Watch your back, Alex. She's the type who plays dirty, collects dirt on folks to keep them quiet." Later that night, my other neighbor Susan calls, whispering like she's in a spy flick. "Alex, be careful. Karen's blasting your address online as this premium mountain retreat, promising spas and gourmet spreads. She's pocketed 10 grand, but your place? It's nothing like that." My jaw drops. $10,000 for my rusty deck and finicky coffee maker? Susan sounds scared. She's got ways of making people toe the line. "Maybe just let her have it this once." I press. "What she got on you, Susan?" But she mumbles, "Can't say, just stay safe," and hangs up, leaving me wondering what skeletons Karen's rattling in her closet. I call Tom back, fill him in, and he lays out a plan that feels solid. Let 'em come. Record everything. The lies. The bait and switch. When folks see your basic setup versus her luxury hype, her scam blows up. Sounded good, so I prepped my phone, reviewed the gate manual, figuring it'd end with refunds and embarrassment for her. Boy, was I wrong. Turns out Karen wasn't some desperate hack. She was a pro at this, with a web of motives tied to land grabs and shady deals, targeting loners like me because my spot's prime for development, water access and all, worth $500,000 to flippers. Saturday rolls in and it's chaos. A parade of buses and SUVs unloading families with fancy gear, kids in fresh boots, elders hunting for check-in desks, one guy hauling a speaker for the live music she promised. I'm filming from inside, stifling a laugh as they mill about. Confused. Karen jumps out with a bullhorn. Yeah, a bullhorn, bellowing, "Welcome to your genuine Montana escape, folks. Rustic chic at its finest." A mom pipes up, "Where's the spa?" Karen doesn't flinch. "Nature's own therapy, darling. Exclusive, trendy." Another gripes about lunch. Family-style potluck, very authentic, very shareable on Insta. She's spinning gold from crap, making folks doubt their own expectations, and damn if it ain't working. Sunk costs keeping 'em there. Social vibes turning disappointment into adventure. For hours I watch, document, the kids whining for pools, parents hunting porta potties, but most stay, 'cause Karen's gaslighting like a champ. If you're not feeling the vibe, maybe you're just not outdoorsy enough. Around 6:30, I grab my own horn, step out. Folks, gate locks at 7 for security. Exit now if you're leaving. Karen snatches the moment, megaphone blaring. Ignore him. We have rights till 10. I'm in charge here. Don't let this recluse bully you. And they listen, trusting her over me, the owner. Psychology at its scariest. 7 hits. I press the button. Clang, locked solid. And for a beat, I feel triumphant, like lesson learned about boundaries. But then Karen whips out her phone, live streaming. Emergency alert! 100 innocents trapped by this unstable property hoarder. I've documented his threats for months. Comments flood. Call cops! Kidnapping! Kids cry. Elders panic, and suddenly I'm the villain in her scripted drama. She'd baited me, knowing I'd lock 'em in, turning my defense into her trap. Cops show 20 minutes later, lights flashing. Officer Ramirez swarmed by shouting crowds, half blaming me for imprisonment, half turning on Karen for the scam. She shoves a fat folder at him, voice steady. Officer, here's proof of Alex's escalating aggression. Social posts twisted to look militant, gate pics labeled trap setup, texts with Tom sounding shady. If I didn't know better, it'd convince me too. She'd built a profile making me seem nuts. I counter with my recordings. Listen, she hyped spas and feasts. Pure fraud. But she's ready. Out of context, officer. He's deflecting from his attack on our community. Ramirez checks records on his tablet, frowns. Miss Blackwell, this land's not in your association. No authority. Her mask slips for a second, then recovers. Irrelevant, he lured and trapped us. The crowd fractures, some yelling at me, Psycho! Others at her, refund our cash. Where's the resort? Susan arrives, teary, but when Ramirez asks for her take, she stammers, Alex has been ranting about association overreach, seemed angry. I'm stunned. Out of context, sure, but her fear's real. Not of me, of Karen's hold. News vans roll in, tipped off early, no doubt, and Karen's camera ready. This man's been threatening our harmony. Thank God I prepared. But cracks show. Comments shift. Wait, that lodge looks dumpy for $100. Scam? Ramirez orders the gate open or arrest me. I comply, feeling defeated as folks bolt. But many stay, surrounding Karen. You lied. Give back our money. Her scheme unravels live. As Ramirez questions her fraud, she whispers to me, eyes gleaming. You started a war, Alex. This is deeper than you know. I could have sulked, but nah. Sunday night, staring at the stars, I decide to fight smart, become the detective. I call my gate installer buddy. Hey, remember why I wanted manual locks? Theft prevention, right? He confirms, emails the order. Boom, evidence 1. Digging HOA books shows 15 grand vanished. No receipts. Neighbors spill. Mrs. Ellis whispers, Karen ran the Millers out last year. Fake fines, smears till they sold cheap. I track the Millers in Idaho. Mrs. Miller sighs. She's a shark. Targets threats to her control or prime land for flips. We blew 30 grand fighting before fleeing. Tom pulls records. Karen's hit 4 Montana towns. Same playbook. Infiltrate boards, blackmail, force sales to developers. Why me? My land's gold for resorts. Susan calls. Meets me at a diner, hands shaking. I've lied for her. She's got my old tax mess. Threatens audits unless I spy. But she's recorded everything. Texts threatening her kid's job, emails on cooked books, even a call with some guy. The Rivera spot's ideal. Remote, valuable. He's a loner. Community won't rally. Reporter Emily Reed connects dots. Karen's a fixer for Robert Vance's network, crashing values for cheap buys, millions in play, tied to mobby types. Feds swoop in after Susan's tapes. Arrests hit hard. Karen gets 8 years for fraud, extortion, racketeering. Vance and crew longer, 'cause it's organized. Our town's reborn. Susan leads the association with open books, monthly meets. We throw real festivals now. No scams. Restitution tops $3 million, helping victims reclaim homes. A doc on it wins awards, showing how we turned poison into power. But here's the twist that bugs me. Karen's last words as they cuffed her. You think I'm the monster? I was shielding this town from worse. Developers who'd raise it all without me greasing wheels. Was she playing both sides? Or just deflecting? Makes you wonder if taking her down opened doors to bigger sharks. What do you think? Was locking that gate justice or overkill? Share your HOA horror stories or takes on community power plays in the comments. Love hearing your side, and hit like if karma's twist got you grinning. Thanks for listening. See you next time.